The first 100 days after SHTF will separate survivors from victims. Supplies run dry, trust disappears, and one wrong move can cost your life. In this video, we'll break down what really happens in those first 100 days and how you can make it through. Welcome to Prepper's Paradigm, your channel dedicated to practical prepping and disaster preparedness. I use a computer-generated voice because my own is hard to understand due to an injury. Today, we're talking about how to survive the first 100 days after SHTF. We'll look at what to expect in the first week, the following months, and how conditions change over time. You'll also hear lessons from real-world events like Hurricane Katrina, the collapse in Venezuela, and the Bosnian War. We'll cover both physical and psychological survival and the deadly mistakes that can end lives. The first week after SHTF is the most dangerous. Panic spreads faster than any virus, and people act without thinking. Your goal in these early days is to stay alive while others make mistakes. How that first week looks depends on the type of collapse. A sudden disaster, such as an EMP or major attack, throws everyone into chaos instantly. Infrastructure and communications fail, and within hours violence breaks out in the streets. In that case, the danger is immediate, and venturing outside could be like stepping into a war zone. A slower collapse feels different. In a financial crash, supply chain failure, or political breakdown, many people don't realize what's happening at first. Some assume things will return to normal in a few days. They waste time, spend resources freely, or ignore the warning signs until it's too late. Those who prepare early during a gradual collapse often avoid the worst of the panic. In either case, your first step is securing your location. Take stock of food, water, medical gear, and fuel. Count it, organize it, and lock it down. Every item matters when resupply may never come. Avoid the temptation to rush out looking for more. In almost every collapse, the first week is when looting and violence peak. Stores become battlegrounds, and people risk their lives for scraps. Survivors of Hurricane Katrina saw how quickly law and order vanished and how dangerous the streets became. Don't put yourself in that position. Operational security, or OPSEC, matters more than ever now. Don't let neighbors or strangers know what you have. Even people you thought you could trust may become desperate. A loose word, a visible stash, or even the smell of food cooking can draw attention you don't want. This is also when you set routines. Water must be safe, food must be rationed, and rest must be planned. Chaos outside doesn't mean chaos inside your walls. Discipline now keeps you alive later. By the second week, reality sets in. The initial chaos has burned out, but that doesn't mean it's safe. Supplies outside your home are gone, and many who didn't prepare are now desperate. This is the stage where people start knocking on doors, asking, or demanding what they need. You must decide early how you'll handle it, because hesitation can be deadly. Daily routines become your lifeline. Water purification, rationing meals, securing your perimeter, and getting enough rest are no longer optional. They're the rhythm of survival. Without discipline, small mistakes pile up and break you down. Expect fatigue. Standing guard day and night wears on even strong groups. Rotate watch shifts, even if it means shorter sleep cycles. Security must never fail. Look at Venezuela. When their economy collapsed, store shelves emptied in days, and people learned quickly that no restock was coming. Food riots followed. Families that rationed early lasted longer, while those who wasted supplies faced hunger within weeks. This is also when stress inside your group grows. Arguments break out. Some people want to risk supply runs. Others just want to give up. Leaders emerge, and weaklings show. How you manage those tensions will shape your survival. By the second month, survival becomes a grind. The adrenaline of the first weeks is gone, and fatigue takes its place. Every day feels the same. Guard duty, rationing food, hauling water, fixing gear. The routine wears people down, and that's when mistakes creep in. Food fatigue becomes a problem. Eating the same rice, beans, or canned goods day after day kills morale. It may even cause people to skip meals or trade away rations for variety. That weakens both the body and the group. Mental exhaustion grows heavier. Long watch shifts, constant alertness, and lack of privacy all take their toll. Paranoia sets in, wondering if neighbors are watching, if outsiders will attack, or if group members can be trusted. Survivors of the Bosnian War said the psychological strain was often worse than hunger itself. Depression, hopelessness, and anger are as dangerous as bullets or knives. By now, group dynamics shift. People you relied on may break down, while others step up. Power struggles, resentment, or even betrayal become threats from inside. Strong leadership and clear rules hold the group together. Without them, infighting can do more damage than anything outside your walls. This stage is less about surviving today and more about enduring tomorrow. Those who can manage both the physical grind and the mental pressure will last into the next phase. By the third month, survival changes shape. Those who weren't prepared are either gone, desperate, or dangerous. You'll face fewer people in the streets, but the ones left are often willing to do anything. At this stage, disease becomes a bigger threat than violence. Cuts get infected, water supplies foul, and waste piles up. Without proper sanitation, even a simple stomach bug can take lives. Medical supplies may already be low, and replacements won't be found. This is where good hygiene and smart prevention keep you alive. Food stores shrink, and rationing tightens. Families who started with plenty now feel the pinch. Growing food, raising small livestock, or finding new sources of protein becomes more important than scavenging. By now, scavenging is mostly wasted risk because the easy supplies are long gone. The stress of 60 to 100 days without normal life weighs heavy. Fatigue makes people careless, and small mistakes carry big costs. Leaving your guard post, lighting a fire where it can be seen, or trusting the wrong person can undo months of effort. This is the stage where survivors adapt into a long-term rhythm or fail completely. Those who build sustainable routines, maintain discipline, and manage their morale stand a chance of making it beyond the first 100 days. Many survivors don't make it through the first 100 days, not because they ran out of food, but because of bad decisions. Some mistakes get people killed faster than hunger ever could. The first deadly decision is leaving safety too soon. In the first weeks, people rush out for supplies, only to run into mobs, gangs, or law enforcement crackdowns. Survivors of Katrina and other disasters reported that the streets were often more dangerous than staying put. Supplies are worthless if you don't live to use them. The second mistake is trusting the wrong people. Desperate times create desperate actions. Neighbors, strangers, even friends can turn when hunger or fear takes over. A moment of misplaced trust can lead to betrayal, theft, or worse. The third mistake is neglecting hygiene. In every collapse, more lives are lost to disease than to bullets. Dirty water, unwashed hands, and spoiled food spread illness quickly. One sick person can infect an entire group. The fourth is letting guard discipline slip. People cut corners, skip night watches, or fall asleep on duty. That's when intruders strike. Security must never relax, no matter how tired you feel. The final mistake is wasting supplies. Burning through food, water, or fuel in the first month leaves you empty when you need it most. Ration early and ration hard. It's far easier to stretch supplies than to find more later. These are not minor slip-ups. They're decisions that separate those who make it from those who don't. Physical preparation keeps you alive, but the mental battle decides if you endure. By the second and third months after SHTF, paranoia, isolation, and fatigue weigh heavier than hunger. Isolation breaks people down. Humans aren't built to spend months cut off from normal contact. Even in groups, the stress of being surrounded by the same faces, under the same strain, can cause tempers to flare. Boredom makes it worse, because an idle mind drifts toward fear and despair. Fatigue is another silent killer. Long nights on guard, poor sleep, and constant stress take a toll. When exhaustion builds, judgment falters. One poor decision, leaving a door unlocked, lighting a fire at night, or skipping water purification, can unravel everything. Paranoia grows with time. Who can you trust? Are your neighbors watching? Is your group loyal? A certain level of caution is smart, but unchecked suspicion tears groups apart from the inside. Survivors of the Bosnian War often said the hardest part wasn't hunger or violence. It was knowing who, if anyone, could be trusted. The answer lies in resilience. Build routines that give structure to the day. Small morale boosters, like a deck of cards, a book, or even a shared story, help more than people realize. Maintain hope, but keep expectations realistic. Survival isn't about comfort. It's about making it to the next day. Those who endure mentally stand a far better chance of surviving physically. Collapse tests the mind as much as the body, and only those strong in both will make it past the first 100 days. The first 100 days after SHTF push every part of you to the limit. Supplies, skills, and mindset all matter, but the decisions you make matter even more. Those who survive aren't just the best equipped, they're the ones who avoid deadly mistakes, protect what they have, and stay disciplined when others fall apart. If you found this video useful, give it a like, share it with other preppers, and subscribe to the channel for more practical survival content. Visit our website for more prepping advice and information. Thanks for watching. Stay ready, stay aware, and take care of yourself and those you trust.